This is the story of continuous drawing, or how I learned to stop worrying and love the effects of chance. One weekend in May 2012, I had a bad cold, and a friend sent me a gift of John Cage reading his diaries in a hypnotic 5-hour loop. By chance, this friend had been working on a performance based on Cage and the diaries. Cage talked about Ariata bottom sign, geodesic domes, and world affairs. The phone was nearby, and some notes were typed in on quotations and ideas. Then drawings emerged on an iPhone app called Sketchy. Not illustrations, but some kind of diagrams inspired by this altered state induced by Cage's murmuring. And that's how the process began. Drawings arrived every day on the iPhone. A kind of diary developed. Apps multiplied in the App Store and migrated to the iPhone. Experiments were done in each app, some better than others, but none were really horrible, because if a horrible one came up, it could be saved and then fixed in the next frame. So mistakes and awkwardness were okay, and they were saved also. The drawings ended up on Flickr and were emailed, and people seemed interested. They really began to pile up on the internet, so a blog was necessary to keep some kind of order. That blog was called Continuous Drawing. Animation was tried, but that was too hard and time-consuming, with no room for chance. Then people mentioned they enjoyed seeing the drawings in auto slideshows on Flickr. Slideshows on the blog could be created with a simple code in brackets. That worked nicely and gave me more time to draw. An editor from WordPress emailed and asked if he could interview me, because the editors thought the slideshows were a great creative hack of a feature. I was happy to be called a hacker, so I agreed. They called the short interview The Art of the Slideshow. That brought some more blog followers, and I kept drawing and meeting new people on Flickr and WordPress who liked the drawings. Meanwhile, I was deeply immersed in finding new and better apps to introduce chance accidents to my finger drawing on the iPhone. As chance would have it, apps were multiplying even faster, and there were more and faster, better ways to change the artworks by chance. The drawings came faster and faster now, and soon they became sequences, which is spelled SQNZ, because everything on the internet is named like that. However, uploading images to the internet is full of problems, because the images don't always appear in the order you choose them. Happily, this is another way to introduce chance into the sequences and the viewing order. Then people asked me, what was I going to do with the drawings? I didn't really have time to think about that, because I was really too busy drawing and posting. I told them to download and print the drawings, and they could choose any sequence they wanted and rearrange them if they liked. By this time, my iPhone was filled with so many apps and images that it crashed. I had to call Apple for help to learn how I could sort and get all those images off the phone so it would work again. I was forced to remove the images and sort them on the laptop to save space on the iPhone. By now, I had a phone and 2 iPads and was running all my art apps on each device. This meant that I had many sequences going on at the same time. So every time I opened an app, it would be a sort of surprise as to where I had left off, and then I would just continue. So the project became very big. So far, there are about 10,000 drawings, with more arriving each day. By chance, I met Marcel and Birgit of Kunstlokal No. 8 on Flickr, because I was following someone who was following them. I liked the art they were showing, and the way they were showing it. By chance, I had friends who moved to Brussels, and while planning a visit, I decided also to visit the Kunstlokal No. 8. Then, Marcel and Birgit visited me. I found out later by chance that the area I live in was once called Dutch Kills, or Dutch Stream. We all went to an exhibit at a museum, and in a hallway, we saw a long line of Polaroid photographs at eye level. We all decided that continuous drawings would look good like that too. I printed up about 475 of the drawings in short and long sequences and shipped them off to the Netherlands. By chance, there was a historic blizzard. They called it Jonas. But happily, the prince arrived in the Netherlands in just 3 days via Cincinnati, Ohio. Soon they will be on the walls of the Kunstlokal No. 8, in a line at eye level, 28 meters long. There doesn't seem to be an end in sight.